You ready? All right, Miss Strong. How are you? Great to see you. What's new? Happy New Year. Please tell me, Rabbi. Hello. Good morning, Miss Landrum. Ma'am, you are charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed.
All right, pause here. Quick legal insight. Notice how the judge clearly lays out the rights. Remaining silent, having an attorney, and the consequences if you don't comply. These procedural protections are your first line of defense in court. If you ever face charges like this, knowing your rights can literally save you from self-incrimination.
Yes, Judge. Hi, Alex. On December 21st, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major accident on East Freeway in Harrison, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated he was traveling in lane 2 out of 4, observed in his rearview mirror the defendant's vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed, following closely with a motorcycle also traveling at a high rate of speed. The complainant stated the defendant was racing with the motorcycle. The defendant was mimicking the motorcycle's lane changes and speed. And when the defendant entered lane 1, the defendant began to lose control, and her front bumper collided with the complainant's front right, causing him to lose control and crash into another motor vehicle. A total of 4 motor vehicles were involved in the collision. All vehicles were towed, and the damage for each vehicle was over approximately $1,000. The officer made contact with the defendant, who identified herself as the driver of the vehicle.
What does high rate of speed mean?
You see it the officer files.
I mean, I'm going to find probable cause, but I'm curious. I mean, if she's going...
Whoa, did you catch that? The judge just warned that one more reckless driving slip-up and the defendant could lose her license. This isn't just about punishment. It's about public safety. Imagine living in Houston without a car. It's a huge deal. Comment below, would this scare you straight or feel too harsh?
Just while he's doing that, Miss Landrum, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive like this again. And if I find that you're driving like this or you pick up a new case, I will take your ability to drive away. And I'm going to tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. It's awful. Try living without me driving. It's terrible. So just don't. You know, please.
John, the speech up.
There's enough to go now for probable cause. Just be careful. You've got a great lawyer. She will take care of you. You must listen to her. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You have to stay in touch with her. She tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games. I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't pick up a new case. And no. All right. We're going to craft bond conditions for you to sign. Once you sign them, after that, okay? All right. Thank you, Mr. Jones. There's no reckless driving, racing, donuts, street takeovers, and the like. Please. No driving like Batman. Oh, thank you. So can you file those conditions? Do you? You are Diaz Jimenez, correct? Mr. Diaz Jimenez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On January 1st, 2025, the officer observed a vehicle on the 19700 block, US Freeway 59, make a last-minute lane change and cross a solid white line. Once in the lane, the vehicle failed to maintain a single lane and touched the white line multiple times. When the vehicle came to a red light, the vehicle stopped much slower than prudent and slowly inched up to the stop line. Once at the stop line, the vehicle proceeded past the stop line with the entire vehicle nearly past the line and in the intersection. The vehicle then accelerated through the red light, running the red light, and a traffic stop was then initiated. The vehicle failed to maintain a single lane multiple times before stopping, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have an odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and red, glossy, bloodshot eyes. The officer asked if the defendant had any alcohol to drink, and the defendant became belligerent and refused to answer. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant agreed to perform standard field sobriety tests, but walked away and refused.
Here's a key moment. The court places a restriction requiring an ignition interlock on any vehicle he drives. This is standard for DWI cases with prior offenses. Fun fact, these devices literally prevent a car from starting if alcohol is detected. It's technology meeting justice head-on.
Based on training experience, the officer believed they lost the use of physical faculties, and the DICs were read. However, the defendant refused breath specimens. Blood search warrant was signed today.
Got it. Any prior DWI? Can you check, please?
There was a prior in 2017, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Diaz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now placed. Can you run his license, please? I'm now placing a restriction on your license. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I'm going to put you in jail by revoking your bond and raising it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. You don't have a license on file, Your Honor.
If you do not have a license, you are not allowed to drive, and I'll have you sign an affidavit with me that is promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 children. You don't have a license and a guardian interlock on your car. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sir.
You will be randomly tested also to prove so that we know that you're not consuming any kind of other substances as well. Tell me, Mr. Diaz-Jimenez, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay. If you ever have any issues, come back and we can talk about giving you an application for an appointed lawyer. But I'm absolutely serious when I'm telling you I'm going to protect my public at all costs. Every single day, there's a death in Harris County due to alcohol. You understand? All right. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us. I'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset. You'll get with Maddie for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free.
Judge, next is case 12, Durian, come on up.
Just go ahead, take a seat for you. We'll wait for your lawyer to get here.
Angel. Erica Angel. Judge, this one bonded out.
Step over this way.
Say it again.
Page 2, Angel.
Good morning, Miss Angel. Ma'am, you are charged with theft of service. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do you have a lawyer today, ma'am? Let's do this. I'll provide you one today. Let me have you take a seat in the jury box and we'll see where we go. Your case is extremely old and I don't know where we're going to go from here. So let's do this. I'm going to have you provide your lawyer today. We'll have you talk to them and we'll go from there. Take a seat in the jury box. Thanks. Okay, let's wait. Any THAs? How are you?
Doing well. Good to see you, Your Honor.
Jamil. What you got?
Erica Angel.
Yeah.
Lowercase.
Yes. It's really, really old. Do we have it? Do we?
Twist alert. Instead of jail, she's offered pretrial intervention, PTI. This is a second chance mechanism where minor offenders can avoid a criminal record if they complete community service or educational programs. Do you think this is fair redemption or too soft for old theft charges? Drop your thoughts.
You say she was deported?
Yes. A lot of the United States are being formed in the Dallas area. And
It doesn't matter. Where are we going? Essentially is what?
it's working with the chief and come up with a PTI on the complete application.
What are the requirements?
She's going to have to write a letter describing what occurred and also take the classroom community service.
Okay. How long do you want? Okay. Yeah. And then because of age is, and I mean, if you're telling me that's what it is, I trust. He's really secured you a great deal. This is the type of case that can really ruin just anything, really. So this is a way that if you complete it successfully here, it'll get dismissed. But I'm not giving you a lot of time just because the case is nearly, it's nearly 800 days old. So what we'll do is we'll set you off 30 days. Everything must be completed by that time. Do you understand? Can you get it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you ever have any issues, he's great, and he'll contact you. You can always come back here and talk to us, but there's not much that you have to do, really. Okay? Okay, guys. All right. So I'm not going to waive it at the next setting. She's got to be back if she hasn't completed it, and then go from there. All right.
Done before that.
Okay, thanks. Yes, ma'am.
Would there be any bond conditions?
Yeah, where's it from? Thank you, Victoria, for that.
It appears to be just a private title transfer between her and the complainant.
So I guess I'll just do no contact with the complaining witness. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so you're not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case, okay? I know, just, okay, all right. They'll file the conditions, we'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go, okay?
Thank you very much, Howard.
If you can file that. Yeah. Hi, Joseph. How are you, man? Good, thanks. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Cervantes. Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that you are making a lifetime decision right now. This DWI is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. This is important because if you ever get pulled over in a car, first thing officers do is they look at your record. If they see a prior DWI and they come to you and they smell alcohol, what's the big probability of something happening? What do you think?
You can arrest me. And you will possibly report me.
That's what I'm saying. So, if I were you, I would never, ever, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get to a car and drive because you were taking a humongous risk. Do you understand?
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering the disagreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and you can never take it off.
Pause. This is a reality check moment. The judge is explaining the lifelong consequences of a DWI. It's not just a slap on the wrist. It follows you forever. Driving even after one drink can now have huge repercussions, including deportation risks if you're not a citizen. Audience check. Would this warning make you rethink your choices behind the wheel?
Never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, I'm guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. I'll sentence you to 3 days in jail, credit for 1. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days, sir. Do not drive until you get a license. What do you do for a living, sir?
Cleaning carpets, shampooing fries.
What kind of money do you make a month?
$6,000.
Okay. There is a fine and fee that you'll be required to pay because you're not indigent. So he's got to pay the fine and fee. It is a $3,000 surcharge that you're going to be required to pay, but I will make it 2 years for you to pay. You need to understand, if you pick up another DWI, it is a $6,000 surcharge that you will be required to pay, not to mention court costs. So you will roll out here and pick up another one, at least $7,000. You need to understand one more thing, because this is a conviction on your record. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any cases that you pick up here. You do that kind of jail time, and you're not in this country with permission. You understand what happens. I'll waive the court costs, okay? But, all right, good luck to you, sir. Yeah. So, waive the court, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian or
Okay. I guess it's old, that's why.
Yeah, she's just 171 years old.
Okay. Where are we headed?
So we know what? Parks and Wildlife is an agency, so I've been giving his office room because they're telling me they're having trouble getting it.
Alex, the word Thunderbird.
I apologize. Barella?
Man, everything's taking forever lately.
I just sat down the hall and called. Apparently that agency can take longer than others. Apparently that agency can take longer than others to,
You gotta get the blood to, I mean, the blood needs to get there immediately. You can't just hold on to it because there's issues then. So you gotta imagine they probably turned it in rapidly. It's not, they're not the ones who are gonna do the analysis.
yeah, so we back in July was back whenever it was submitted, and we're just waiting on the actual results of analysis, but it was submitted back in July. So the agency, I guess, is taking a while to perform the analysis and get us back the results.
Who? Because it usually goes to just one agency, the Houston Forensic, right? They're not gonna do the analysis. Parks and Wildlife not gonna do it. Can't imagine that Parks and Wildlife has the meant to do something.
Tuesday submitted to the DPS Crime Laboratory, so we have to reach out to them directly and see what's the
We'll do that.
We'll reach out.
Okay. We'll reach out to them.
Reach out to
see, hey, man,
DPS.
do you actually have it?
Yes, Judge.
Analyze it, where we at, and then let's come back in a week and see, huh? And I'll waive the appearance.
Okay.
A week, please. Okay, Herman. Hey, bud. Yes, 3.
I'll be brief.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I bet. One of the carpool with Ida.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
Notice the frustration here? Even judges get stuck waiting on slow crime labs. Imagine your case hanging for months just because evidence is stuck in backlog, fair or broken system.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
I know the school in 2 thoughts.
Nice.
Yeah, with the high school members, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I still keep up with your brother.
Yeah.
Still hang out with him, 30 years?
Yeah. I got,
First.
let's try Fedofino, that'll be the easiest one, they're gonna evaluate.
You said Ferrofino?
Fedofino, yeah. I could say more of an Italian accent,
I
maybe.
mean, it's not old. Herman, I don't care unless it's old.
Go shoot the messengers on the next one. Sanchez and Armand.
Notice the frustration even judges feel with slow labs. Cases get delayed for months because evidence is stuck in backlog. It's a reminder. The legal system isn't perfect, and patience is part of the process. Have you ever had to wait on something important and felt powerless? That's exactly what these lawyers and judges experience daily.